Hello everybody, it's MAGMA and I'm here with a brand new huge LEGO Star Wars 2016 set review. This is the UCS Sandcrawler set 75059 with 3,296 pieces, released in 2014. It contains 14 minifigures. Its recommended age is 14 and up because obviously its size and its build. And it is a LEGO exclusive, which means it's part of the UCS collector's line and it can only be found in LEGO stores or maybe some huge toy stores such as a huge Toys R Us or such. So that's the UCS Sandcrawler. As you can see, it's a huge build and there are a few exclusive minifigures to this set. Obviously the figures aren't really to draw, they're really there to complete the set because it wouldn't be what it is without the figures. Then again, the build is an exclusive build. It's amazing, and the interior is full of playability and accessibility and fun stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at all that fun stuff. I'll be experiencing the Sandcrawler because I've just finished building it, which means that I don't know it any more than you guys do at this point, except for the build. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at this huge LEGO Sandcrawler. The first minifigure in this set included is Luke Skywalker, and as you can see, he isn't as new as we'd hoped to. So Luke is about the same minifigure we got in the Mos Eisley Cantina the same year in 2014. He comes with his white outfit, a bit of decent back printing, his lightsaber, which is kind of odd because he doesn't have the lightsaber yet, but never mind that. He has his regular printing here in the front, and he has an alternative face, a happier one. But that's all we can really say about Luke Skywalker, and it is nice to see him in the Sandcrawler because, you know, we can get more Luke Skywalkers now. Here is next up Uncle Owen, and as we know, he is exclusive to this set and this set only. There was a very old version of him in the old Sandcrawler, but this is the only way to get a new updated exclusive version of Uncle Owen. So as you can see, there isn't much to him. He is a very simple minifigure. He has one face, one printed face, limited printing, which actually does go on the leg, so it's decent. And there is nothing much about him, it's just Uncle Owen, so yeah. This brand new exclusive version of C-3PO is included in this set, and he comes in this goldish color, which is a bit shiny but not too much. He comes with the newer edited leg print, which was new at the time. I think now most versions have updated to him, so that is good. He has his regular back print, which is very nice. His molded face with the printed eyes, and what makes this figure exclusive is the little detail of the, I guess, a silverish dot on his chest print, and that is what is put in by the Jawas for him to not be able to move. So it's his, I want to say restrainer, but that may not be the word. So C-3PO is exclusive to this set and this set only, but most of his prints are seen in most versions of the newer versions of C-3PO. Next up is the R1 unit droid, and this is a built LEGO minifigure, so which means it's made of smaller LEGO parts. As you can see, there is a printed piece on the top, which is the R1 unit, and he has an entire body composed of smaller LEGO parts. This droid is really what you see is what you get. There are older versions of him, but they're quite rare, so this is kind of the only way to get him for the print. Otherwise, you can build this droid yourself if you do have the parts. So he is nothing special except for that top print, which represents its head. This is the Gonk Droid. Now, it is included in this set as all minifigures, and yes, this is another one of those built droids. He comes with this, I believe it may be exclusive, printed tile, and this is why I'm saying it may be, is because I have the same Gonk Droid from the advent calendar of 2012, and I think he has the same printed tile, I think. So it may be or not be, but anyways, it's a built droid, and it's another one for the Sandcrawler to have more droids and more junk within it. This tiny droid can be found and actually built from spare Lego parts, which are found in the Sandcrawler's container boxes or cargo boxes. So if you open all the boxes and you get each piece from each crate, you can build this little droid, which is what you see. It kind of looks like Wall-E. It's a very basic and primitive Lego droid design. The Treadwell Droid is one of the most common, iconic, or basic Lego droids to get from the Sandcrawler. So this is one of the only sets where you can get him. However, he is built from Lego parts again, so he has nothing exclusive, and he can easily be built from spare parts of your Lego sets. What you see is what you get. If you hold this part, you can actually make this entire piece turn around, so his hands can be multitasking while he works. It's the coolest droid, I think, from this set, which he fits very well in. However, he is not exclusive by any means to this set. It's a very common and easy build for a Lego droid. The R2-D2 version included in this set is the same from Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, which was released in 2014 as well. This is the regular R2-D2 we've been having for some time now. It's the silver dome, which is kind of shiny but not too shiny, with the dark blue front print. So the dome is 360 printed and has quite a bit of detail. However, the R2-D2 remains a simple print and a very recognizable Lego minifigure. This green astromech unit is simply named Astromech Unit, and it is exclusive to this set. It reminds me of the 2007 regular Astromech Unit, which was released in a green version. Now this is very similar to that minifigure, but it's completely white, and it's a regular Astromech Unit, which we've been seeing for a while, with the regular R2-D2 print, but in green. So it's an exclusive minifigure to this set, which makes it a bit more rare, and I think it is the only one to be exclusive. And it's definitely a great asset to any Astromech Unit collectors out there. This minifigure is most likely kind of the cooler Astromechs in this set, and but there isn't much special to him. He's just a green version of R2-D2. This next minifigure is R5-D8, as we can see, and this one has the coned type of dome on its head. It is fully red printed, and it is another astromech. This is the iconic one that we see. Its head just pops off and breaks, and the Jawas then have to sell R2-D2 instead of him, and that completes the Star Wars story. However, here we have him. It's a decent minifigure. It looks very nice. It has a mix of blue and red here in the chest print, which I haven't really seen before, and it has a lot of different markings all around. This is an excellent minifigure, a very good one. I really like having this minifigure in this set. Then again, it's another astromech unit for our Lego Sandcrawler. Of the two types of Jawas included in this set, which makes up 4, here's one of the two types. He comes with this old phone blaster, which is his shock blaster, and he has his hood, which details his chest print and back print. His chest print and back print have this silver kind of buckle, I guess, which brings in this black strap, which we see in his back and front chest printing, and that defines him from the next one. He has the only 2 colored eyes as a print, nothing else, and comes with a little hood. His printing on the chest is what makes him unique from the other 2, and as mentioned earlier, there are 2 of these guys included in the set. Here is the second version of the Jawa, and as we can see, he has a newer or more different type of straps on his front print, which go all the way to his back print, and he has this golden buckle this time, which is not silver, it's golden, here on his back print. He comes with a different gun, which represents the shock blaster and his 2 yellow printed eyes. Comes with a little hood, and we do get 2 of these. Here's what I enjoy about this is that we get a variety and not 4 times the same minifigure. Then again, I'm extremely happy that we actually do get some Jawas, which it has been a very long time. It's actually been 10 years, or almost 10 years by the time they released this set. Something cool, in 2016 they re-released the LEGO Star Wars Droid Escape Pod, and one of each Jawa was released in that set. So there are cheaper ways of getting these new Jawa minifigures. Here on this first frontal part of the Sandcrawler, obviously with this little pin, we can up here pull the Sandcrawler's entire entry, open in and open it out like so, which is the great iconic functionality of the Sandcrawler. And here in the inside, the first thing we can actually do is pull out this little vehicle, which is in here is a great little vehicle where we can actually put our little Jawa, and he can go ahead and control this little vehicle. And what this vehicle does is you can actually get a crate from inside the Sandcrawler, which I will expose later. And the crate works here in the back part of the little vehicle, like so. And he can go ahead and carry out spare droid parts and just exit the Sandcrawler and deploy, I guess, some of that functionality. So here's the little speeder, and it's a very simple way. It just inserts itself inside like so. So that's the main functionality. You can also actually have a full access to the interior, which I will expose later. And there is this crane which can be brought forward or brought backwards, and the crane has a little lever which allows it to go down and go back up, and it can reach out for any type of crate or material that can be carried. It is important to note that the crates do have this kind of system, which allows them to be carried by the crane, and the crane has access on most of the pieces or most of what you would want to carry out. I don't know if it can carry out, yeah, it can even carry the speeder if that is something that you would want to do. So the crane is most useful, and it can come in like so and get stored back in. And obviously we can go ahead and close our Sandcrawler fully once more. Here we have some of the lights, and they can move simply just a bit, not too much. And here are the treadmills. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at those later on. Here we have this upper hatch, and here we can access the entire of the Sandcrawler or the Jawas control center. Just opens up like so, and in here you have a bunch of buttons, panels and such. And what we can do is we can go ahead and take some of our Jawa minifigures and place them in, and they can control the Sandcrawler as it moves through Tatooine's desertic sands. There's enough space for all the Jawa minifigures to fit in here, but obviously you don't necessarily need all of them to be here. There is quite a bit of stickers. I actually don't like this place as much because it's pretty much made of stickers. And if I take the camera by itself really quickly, we can actually have a full look at the stickers, what they represent. Here we have C-3PO being spotted by the Sandcrawler, and here is some of the control panels, and these two control panels are the same stickers as the one that you see in front of you. So that's how that works. I'm always deceived by stickers, but these ones work pretty well, even though I'm always kind of sketchy on whether they could have used printed parts or not. So this entire central piece, or central command I guess, works just fine for the minifigures, and it's a great asset to the LEGO set. On the top of the Sandcrawler, we can actually pull out this entire front or top hatch. We can actually move that sideways over here, and we have a full-in access onto the inside of the Sandcrawler. Now this is exciting because there is so much we can do inside the Sandcrawler, and I'm not going to reveal all the fun features, which means that I'll reveal what I see, but if I miss out that the crate could have been stored in an extra space, well, that's for you to find out if you eventually get this set. So in here, first off, we have enough space for both of our crates, which you should be able to see. This is a very big set, and it's very hard to show you guys all the fun features. But here we have almost in the center the little vehicle I showed, then the space for the 2 crates, and here we have this other crane. And this next crane, it can move sideways and it can be pulled out like so. It even has a little mechanism under it that allows it to be held upwards, so it can be held in an upwards position like so, or it can also just go ahead and get back stored regularly. And the crane moves sideways, and as I've shown before, it has many uses, such as carrying out little vehicles, the crates, and have some of the droids actually being pulled out of there. So that's how that works out. But I'll show you guys in a second what it can also do. Otherwise, there are more crates, so if you want to go ahead and take some of your droids, so we're going to go ahead and take some of these droids that I have right here. Randomly, we're going to go ahead and just put them in the crates, and they can be ready to be set out onto the little vehicle that will then later expose them to Uncle Owen and Luke when they come to purchase the droids. There's also this little functionality here on the side where we can take the crate and flip it inside, and here is the effect of it. There is a little door right here, and it can actually be opened up by anything that would come outside. And there is this blue piece right here, and this blue piece is going to do the effect. So if I take my R2 unit here and I make him pass through this exterior door, he will go ahead and be pushed by this blue spot, and he will end up by entering inside the central crate, where I will be keeping most of the droids that I will be exiting the Sandcrawler to have them exposed later on. Here's a look at the side of the Sandcrawler, and since both sides are the identical builds, I will only show you guys one side. So here on the bottom we have a little, I guess, ladder that can be pulled down, and that is how the Jawas, or according to facts, would enter the Sandcrawler. Obviously the ladder is just there for UCS exposure purposes. And here in the center we have that space where we can enter out in, we can insert our crates, or even minifigures if we want to insert the Jawa. That can be easily done, and now he is inside the crates. We can open up the Sandcrawler in a variety of ways, which allows us to have a full inside axis, and we have even an extra ladder over here, but that will be shown later. Here we can open up these central panels, and they reveal barrels and crates. So here's one, and I'll open up the others. Here's another crate, and in here we can store droid parts, spare parts, or anything that you would want to store with these barrels. What we tend to do with, or what tends to be done according to the set with these, is that you can go ahead and transport your cargo inside the Sandcrawler, and then again insert them in here, and now they will be carried out by the little vehicle. So that's how one side, which out of two sides is identical, opens up. Here is the back inside part of the Sandcrawler, and on this side we've got this little ladder over here. Now I'm unsure, but I believe that you can expose it downwards here this way to have your Jawas enter, but I honestly don't really know why it's there, and if you guys do get this set and find out, please leave a comment in the comment section below for me to actually also find out. That's my best guess, but there may be other utilities to that then again. If I turn this pin, and well, first off, if I give you guys a zoom inside here, the Sandcrawler, you'll see that there's this entire mechanism. If I turn these using the pin that you saw on the side, that allows my wheels to turn and move. So that's the inside of the mechanism. I'll show you guys later how that works. Also, you can realize that there is tons and tons of space all the way over here. So if you guys want to store all your droids, say I can even store a bunch of R2 units over here. So if I want to do that, I can go ahead and do that. Keep those R2 units over there, even put some Jawas inside. So there's definitely a great amount of space. I could even keep my Jawa right over here, close that up, and then close this entire panel on the side, and that fits just perfectly. So this is what I like about this set, is really figure it out yourself, find it out yourself. Now here on the side we do get some extra stuff, and here we can take this out, and there is this crane over here which we can actually put. I'll show you guys later what this crane does, but you can, or this piece is actually meant to be attached to the crane, but I'll show you what it does. You can also pull out from this kind of roof part this other part that is to be attached to the crane, and again I'll show you guys later how that works out, but there's different types. And here is the last one. It's this one, which is iconic from the movie where R2-D2 kind of gets sucked up inside. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what that looks like and how that works later on in the review or in the next part. Other than that, here on the inside there isn't much more to it. I'm looking around, I don't see any more fun features. I think that's about it. There's just an easy way to fix up your mechanism if it breaks. Coming back to the front part and exterior crane, now what I'm about to do can also be performed by the interior crane. This is all up to you. I just found it easier to show you guys from the outside part. First off, again, let's pull out this little vehicle, which I can't find its use right now. And our little Jawa here can be working out his stuff with all his droids. Now here are 3 models that I showed you guys earlier. And those 3 have just been pulled out from the back of the Sandcrawler, so they've been released. And now we're going to go ahead and use them. So our little Jawa over here, he needs to get some of those crates out. So first off, we can use this crane and pull it out like this. We can take our crane from inside, which is easier to do from the inside, but I'll show you guys from the outside as well, or because that's easier to show you guys, I guess. And this is the way I'm understanding it, so I may be doing it maybe a bit wrong. So here we're going to pull this out a bit higher, and we can pull it up and down, and this type of thing carries out the crates. And we're going to go ahead and put the crates on the little vehicle, so get that done, and then it can just open up, get released, be pulled back up, and now he has the crate. So that's how that works. We're going to go ahead and remove this first thing, and these are nicely attached at the back, which I'll show you guys in a second how that works. Next up, there's this, and this one is the one we see in the movie, and it's a very simple one. You just attach your R unit under it, like so, and he can be set in, out. It has a lot of variability. Go ahead, release him, get him back in. So that's the second one. It's for the R units. And then there is the third one. So I don't really know who this is. I'm going to go ahead and try it on the Gonk Droid over here. Maybe we can grab him, I guess. It should work. Nope. Let's try that again. Doesn't... The Gonk Droid doesn't want to get caught. So I'm going to go ahead and do a C-3PO. Maybe that will work better. Okay, so it did work on C-3PO. I'm learning with you guys. And you can go ahead and be pulled back in, go down. We can even go ahead and get rid of these guys and put C-3PO in here, release him obviously, and have him, oops. It does take practice. I don't think I'm as good as some people are. And now he can go ahead and take him to Mos Eisley and sell him. So that's how all these cranes work. I'll show you guys now how those fit right back in. And we can here easily put our crane holders, I guess, back in. So this first one, you can open it up a bit like this, I believe. And it should fit right in like so. So it holds here on the back, and then you can just insert your other ones like this on these little hooks, and it just closes and fits perfectly in their place. So they're easily accessible at all times when you want to play with these. The small looking wall-E type of droid is a 6-piece build, so he can be fitted in all these little crates here, up here. And those crates can be placed right back in where I showed you guys where they were on the side of the Sandcrawler, and then transported around for moving it. Here is a look at how the Sandcrawler works. Again, this pin here turns like this, and it turns only the 2 back pieces, tread pieces I guess. Fun fact, these 4 treads or wheels, I want to say, is the longest part of the build for me. I felt like it was extremely repetitive, boring, and it was the most annoying part of the build. So this part of the build is nothing to be excited for. It's actually kind of annoying, but it does happen. So this turns like this, and if you have enough strength, you can go ahead and pull the Sandcrawler, and you can turn it. And this is a very smooth surface, so it's not going to work as well. But the treads, they tend to work on most surfaces except very smooth surfaces. So they turn like this, and obviously you can make it turn sideways or the other way. So that's how that works. There's quite a bunch of sticker detailing and quite a bunch of greebling over here. I'll go ahead and give you guys a look. It's a very, very nice outerior detailing and plating. So yeah, and if I get you to the actual level of the wheels, we can actually have a look. Let's see. You can definitely have a look at the wheels, how they're built and stuff. It's a very, very interesting way of looking. So yeah. And that's how that's built. I really like how how it works very well. The old one, the old Sandcrawler, was a bit harder to move the wheels. It was extremely it was a similar system, but a bit rusty, and it always broke, fell apart, and the weight of the old Sandcrawler was always collapsing on these. Here the weight is collapsing, but it's much more, or it's better distributed, so the weight is more. The weight used to be right in the center because they had the entire build on the center, and the sides were built with bricks, not panels, so that was much heavier. In fact, the set is extremely heavy. I do want to mention that. It is hard. I haven't been able to carry it with one hand simply because of its size and its weight. So if you guys can, definitely leave a comment and we'll find out if it's just me or if it's everybody, but this is a definitely very heavy set. So that's going to go ahead and be it. So the final thoughts on this set is that definitely if you have the money and if you're into the Sandcrawler or the Star Wars vehicle as much as I am, then this is definitely a great Lego set for any of you. However, this is only if you have the money. If you don't have the money and you're not you've never always loved the Sandcrawler as I did, then this is definitely not a set for you. This is really a set only for either Sandcrawler fans, either huge Star Wars fans, or people who love Lego and they have the money and they're ready to go ahead and spend the money on the set. So that's really where I'm going with this, is get this if you can and if you really want to. Don't believe that because this review was good that you're going to love the Sandcrawler as much as others are going to. So it's much more of a collector's item. Definitely the playability is it's there, but you need to have to want to get the Sandcrawler to have that playability. And remember, this is the Sandcrawler. We're talking about recycling droids. We're not talking about the huge clone turbo tank that many of you would love to get. So that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts on this Lego Star Wars set. And otherwise, I will see you guys next time here on the Minifigures channel for another great Lego Star Wars set review. Bye-bye.